Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Advanced Warfare in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be reviewing the SN6 Hammer, and by hammer, I mean that's a reference to Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog starring Nathan Fillion and Neil Patrick Harris. If you get that reference, please explain it in the comments. If not, don't worry about it. But let's talk about the hammer, because this is one of my favorite variants. This is the one that I actually like to use. It has a long-range damage increase from 18 to 20, 2 more points of damage, but like most of these kinds of variants, that is going to change our shots to kill. So those are critical numbers. The regular SN6 will kill in between 4, 5, or 6 shots, depending on your range, which is a very standard damage profile for submachine guns in Call of Duty games. Very, very typical. However, the SN6 Hammer will kill between 4 and 5 shots, or I should just say 4 or 5 shots. I'm just so used to saying between. But that's one less shot to kill at long ranges, and that's going to radically change the performance of this weapon. With one less shot to kill at long ranges, it's actually going to have a damage profile very similar to the AK-12 and almost like that of the BAL. The BAL will kill in 3 shots up close, but it'll handle more like an assault rifle, and that works really well for the SN6 because it's also a very low recoil submachine gun. It's very easy to, nail people at long ranges. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a 3-shot kill range, so you can't melt like the KF5 or the ASM1 or bullet hose like the MP11. But if you want a weapon that is in between the assault rifle and submachine gun class, maybe you get like SMG accuracy and hipfire, but assault rifle range and performance, the SN6 Hammer is going to be the perfect weapon for you. I regularly engage AK-12 and BAL users with this weapon, and I feel that I'm on an even playing ground. I'm not going to say that I dominate or I kill them all the time, because that's absolutely not true, but I feel, that if I lose, it's because I didn't aim good enough, it's because they shot first, it's not because my gun wasn't good enough, because the gun is good enough to engage people at those ranges. Unfortunately, it is an enlisted variant, so it does have some downsides. This particular downside is that the magazine size has been decreased from 32 to 28. It doesn't seem that bad, it's not like, a world ender, but unfortunately this isn't a low shot to kill weapon. This gun doesn't have a 3-shot range, so most of the time you're going to have to expend a fair amount of bullets to kill somebody, and decreasing your magazine size means more frequent reloads, less reserve ammo, and less overall kill potential. So it's more frustrating on the hammer variant than it would be on almost any other variant. So that is a huge downside, even though it doesn't seem like it. Keep that in mind. However, there are no other impairments to the hammer. There's no weird recoil problems, there's no hip fire, there's no ADS time, there's nothing kind of goofy going on with it. It's a very simple, straightforward variant. It's like, hey, we'll give you a little bit of extra damage, but you got to give me some of your magazine. I think that's a fair trade. I'll take the damage every single time and run extended mags, which I'll be recommending later on. As for what I think about this variant, I think that this is a very reliable and easy to use variant. This is a very good variant, and even though it's enlisted, you absolutely should not throw it away, and it is my second favorite SN6 behind SN6 III. Unfortunately, SN6 III more or less outclasses this one. It has the same damage profile, but it has a range boost, and it doesn't have the magazine problems. If I'm not mistaken, SN6 III does cause you do aim down sights slower with that one, so you might need a quick draw grip, but that makes sense because the SN6 III is an elite variant. However, the SN6 Hammer is almost as good. I like the SN6 Hammer more than I like the SN6 Money and all the professional variants. This is the second best SN6 variant, and it is a very, very good one, and you absolutely should hang on to it and use it if you have it. As for what's best on it, I run FOREGRIP because I want it to be as accurate as possible. I want it to be super accurate so that I can compete with assault rifle users at long ranges, and this one really helps me. And since I have a magazine size decrease, I'm going to go ahead and run extended mags on it. That'll bring me back up to normal and keep my kill potential very high. One of these is to play to your strengths, and one of these is to counter a weakness, and I feel that it runs very well this way. Not in a stealthy kind of sense. I usually run my more faster, aggressive perks with this weapon, and it works very, very well that way. Guys, that's all for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. You can also check out the previous episode, which is on the Bulldog Rifled, and the next episode, which is going to be on advanced supply drop stats. Drifter out.